Good morning. No, it's not Halloween. This is just what I do when I know I'm doing a day of full face of makeup. Is I wear sunscreen that I don't care. It has the white cast because I spent money on it and I'm not gonna waste that sunscreen. It's still gonna do the job. It just obviously looks crazy on me. So I just do it on days that I'm doing my makeup. I've done my skincare and stuff. I'm getting ready to go to a baby shower. Drinking my coffee. So with the magic of YouTube and editing, I'm gonna go ahead and do my makeup. Okay, so makeup is done. I need to do this hair, get dressed, and I need to head out to the store because I am that last minute person that I need to get the remaining part of her gift. I am home from the shower. It was so beautiful, so well done. It inspired me though that back to just wanting to be more minimal and get rid of a lot of the stuff that we have here in the house because this woman's house was so nice. And I'm like, how are people with young children doing so well? We just have too much stuff. So I just really want to try to work on to get this off here in this main area, even just start to go through stuff. And I feel like make boxes and things of just getting it out of the house. If I have less to clean, it's less cluttered. It just looks better. Yeah, I'm motivated.
You are the vine, and we are the branches. I can do nothing apart from you. A giver of life, I can do nothing apart from you. No, no. You're my lifeline. 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 You're showing forgiveness and loving your children. I can do nothing apart from you. No, no. Speaking your word and being able to listen. I can do nothing apart from you. No. You're my lifeline. You're my lifeline. You're my lifeline. You're my lifeline. You're my lifeline, you're my lifeline. You're my lifeline, you're my lifeline. You're my lifeline. Yeah, you're my lifeline. You're my lifeline. You're my lifeline. Yeah. In you I live, in you I give. In you I love and can't forget.
You need your
No, you need different shoes.
You need your.
Where's your brown shoes? There. Just got back from church. Really great service. And then I was serving in the kids ministry. And then now we are going to head to a little pumpkin patch near us. We have yet to see pumpkin patches out here in Germany, so this is one that's not too far. I know they have some really amazing ones that are farther away, but this is something local. It says it has a photo point, so I dressed us where I am in this like yellow fall gown, and then I dressed the boys in jeans and like kind of the burgundy-ish tops. Sean is also in one similar, so I figured if anything we will get a photo, maybe get a couple pumpkins, and get home. Don't diss my car.
I'm not dissing anything.
Where are you?
It's ordinary.
I'm like trying to see where you're even at in there.
Look, pumpkin. You want to pick one? Really?
Yep.
All-inclusive resorts. I was telling Darren about that.
Technically, it was full board, so like if you wanted alcohol, you had to pay for it. You know.
Ah,
but
okay.
called? And this is what the dinosaur is called. It's called an Ankylosaurus. I want to try to find the other one.
Okay, so I'm taking some time to just do a little intermission here as I'm editing this video, and I just wanted to take a moment and just talk about what I've been praying for lately, and maybe you guys can also share if you have a prayer request and things that I can pray for you. For my own self, I've just been praying that I can stop the temptation I feel like that can happen with social media, and I feel like coveting other things. And you guys already know, that's what I talked about, when if you don't see a video all the time out, or if I'm kind of taking that step back, granted sometimes I'm just on different platforms a little bit more, which is what I've been doing a little bit lately, but the biggest thing is the pressure to have a certain image, and thinking that if I don't have that, I must not be as good, or I think the biggest thing is just like, dang, I've put my heart and soul into this, and, you know, not even X amount of people are watching or supporting, and just remembering that a number is not what defines me. Social media does not define me, and to just be grateful that I am even having this opportunity to be able to share my life the way I do, the things that I do have in my life, these moments with my kids. I realized the other day we need to change the language when people will say, oh, you gave up your career. I didn't give up my career. I gained this blessing and ability to be present and slow down with my family, especially in these young formative years, and it's awesome. So I just wanted to kind of say that, and that's just been on my heart lately. I also saw a quote the other day, and it just really spoke about kind of all this, and it said, sometimes I think we need to thank God for what did not happen. And I just want to say thank you, God, that I didn't go viral or have certain things at a time when I was so caught up in the numbers, because I just know I wouldn't be creating the content and be happy like I am now. And I just can't imagine if life was different back then. But I also want to just say thank you guys for being with me for all these years. I really appreciate it. Good morning. It has been, I think, like 2 days since I was back on the camera. This week has been kicking my butt, to be quite honest, but I feel like kind of concluding doing stuff with this vlog before we really dive into our weekend. Today is Saturday. I am getting ready to head to church because our church brought Jackie Hill Perry out to come and speak with us, and I am just so excited. I can't even. If you don't know who Jackie Hill Perry is, I suggest going and you can go on her Instagram. I know that's probably the first, right? So go on her Instagram, get a feel of like her profile, her reel. She's got like over 1 million followers and things like that. She is so beautifully spoken in the way that she writes. So she has a few books out. I'm actually just started Holier Than Thou, but I read her, oh my gosh, I feel like I always mess up the title. Yeah, Gay Girl, Good God. And that's what I first ever read. And it was really, really good. And I just felt like it was the first time I could really, I feel like, not resonate. I haven't gone through the same things that she has, but I felt like I could really understand her story, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not going to get too much into it here. That's not what I want my platform necessarily to be about in terms of the debate and topics of such subjects. And I know YouTube is really cracking down on stuff like that, I feel like, and monetization, and I just don't want to go through that. But really good book. Suggest for you on your own to go and read it or listen to it or whatever you want to do, but it's really good. The boys are getting ready because Orion has a soccer game, which I'm bummed. I'm gonna miss it, but we're just busy, I feel like, for the whole rest of the month. Like using my camera even right now. I should put this under you guys. I just figured we can kind of chat about some things as I'm also getting ready, because I don't have time to do a sit down or anything of the sort, because that's my life right now. We have birthday parties this weekend to go to. Then we start, you know, into the week again. There's a lot of fall activities and stuff. What we did this week, I went and took the boys on base. They had a Harry Potter event, which I'll just show you guys a couple of pictures, like right here or right here. And it was so cute and so beautifully done. I was really, really glad that I got to do that. At our last base, I was a key spouse, which I really enjoyed and really loved, but I feel like the environment, or a lot of stuff that I did, was a lot of like squadron stuff, which is not bad at all, but I didn't really go to a lot of like base activities. And here they do a lot of base activities, things to do with your kids, and that's one of the things that I really wanted for myself at this base. I told myself I wasn't going to do key spousing, and at first I did, and then ended up stepping away from it, and that's just like a whole nother story time. But I'm glad I went back to my original, which was to be more intentional and be with my kids and my family, and that be first. Just really rewarding and really nice to have these memories and these events with the kids. I got Orion's school pictures back for this year, and oh, you guys, he just looks so handsome and so cute, and I can't believe it, because it feels like just yesterday he was Dante's size, like, which I realized was when we moved to Europe. That's the age and everything he was, and it's just crazy to me that now he's just my first grader. I feel like he's just like Mr. Cool Guy a little bit, because when we were at the Harry Potter event, so many kids were, Orion, like from lines, and I'm like turning and seeing, and he's so funny. He's just like his dad, where they just can be socially awkward. And so here it is where, you know, these kids are like, hi, and he's just like, hi. And I'm like, say hi, like you're, you know, your friends, your classmates and stuff. They're like super excited and eager to see you, like give them that same joy and respect back, you know? But it was cute to see, and I was like, you don't have to be like shy or anything saying hi. I feel like I'm doing well on time. This event starts at 9, which I was struggling. I don't know, 9 o'clock on Saturday mornings to be places is just a struggle. Hold on a second. It's really truly a struggle for me to get up. Like, I don't know, Saturdays I really look forward to. Usually I'm kind of laying a little bit more casual. Usually it is a soccer morning, so I'm usually not even putting on makeup and stuff. But I don't know. I mean, I know I don't have to put on makeup, you know, even for this event, but it's just a way that I've been doing my own sort of everyday self-care, you know, getting up and getting ready, even if it's just going to the grocery store or things like that, has really improved, I feel like, the way I carry myself and my mental health, especially as I go through my weight loss, which is what I feel like I'll kind of conclude some of this out about and talk about, is just some things that have been going on. Overall, like, I'm really happy with everything, but I was telling Sean that this time I feel like I'm going through a lot more body dysmorphia than I did when I had my sleep. I don't know why. I can't answer it, but I just figured I wanted to share that with you guys, and because I know I'm not sharing a lot about my journey, and it's because I don't want this to be a weight loss channel. I don't want my platforms to just be weight loss. Like, it's my life, it's just me, and this is an aspect of it, but that's not what defines me. I don't think that my size of my body defines me, but this is a part of my life right now, so then therefore I'm sharing it. I know I've gotten a lot of messages about those of y'all that have done this, are going to do this, have just gotten it done, and so I do want to be a resource and keep it real, because you guys know that that's my forte there. And yeah, I've just been learning some things about myself. I've been going through things a lot differently than the first time around, which I feel really sort of blessed to be able to have this opportunity and this platform to speak to you guys on that, because I realized I made a lot of mistakes, I feel like, with my sleeve mentally. You know, it was such a obsession about the scale, how fast can the weight come off, and I felt like that is part of what hindered or caused some things later on, or like some being upset with myself. Even though I was still down, it was like, you know, the pregnancies and stuff. I remember at one point the doctor's like, you can gain weight. Like, they were concerned that I was like starving myself and stuff, which I wasn't, but it was just one of those things that, you know, weight wise, it was hard to sit here and feel like, oh, okay, the scale's going back up and it's doing this, and thinking to myself, oh, it'll go back down because once you have a baby, you know, it just goes away. No, like, you just never know with your body. And I just feel like I was really sort of harsh and critical on myself when I didn't need to be. And then that just spiraled, and obviously, you know, having Dante and stuff, and really feeling like then I couldn't get the baby weight and things off. I don't know, it was weird, but I also felt like I looked at myself and I wasn't completely unhappy, but I also didn't realize actually how much I had regained either. Like, that's when, like, my body dysmorphia right now is just very weird, because actually when I was gaining or having of this with my kids, I didn't feel like I gained that much. And so once I was really looking at the pictures now, like as I sit here and I do these updates and I'm looking at videos and stuff for myself, I'm like, holy moly, you did, girl. You got big. My face, like, just even seeing that, like, it's so weird. And I feel like unless you go through it, you don't understand, where you can look in the mirror and that's not what you see. And then right now, here I am losing, and I see it in a picture, you know, like that's why I put the pictures, the videos out every now. And then in these updates, I try to do it monthly, especially on my TikTok or my Instagram. I try to do, like, you know, my 1 month, my 2 month, and just video, just kind of starting in where I'm at right now. Because when I look in the mirror, you guys, right now, to be quite honest, I still see the same person that I was before I had my revision. When I first had the sleeve, I felt like I looked in the mirror and I saw the loss. I saw the gains. I saw the non-scale victories. And I don't feel like I'm seeing that with this. And it's completely mental. And like I said, not in a bad way, you know, I'm not like upset with myself. It's just very interesting to me, like, people complimenting or saying these things, or wow, you look different, and I look in the mirror and stuff and I just don't see it. And I feel like I'm now seeing a lot more of my skin saggy. Like, that's what, if anything, what I feel like I'm noticing is my loose skin this time around is going to be, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be horrendous. But there's a part of me that actually doesn't mind. Like, I don't really care too much about the loose skin. I keep debating on if I want to fix certain things, only because my skin disease has been activated back up, and I don't know if it's the hormones of having had surgery or if it's because of the skin. I don't know. So that's something that I'm wrestling with and going back and forth, because when I look at my body, in all honesty, I'm thankful to it. I think my mind shift has also been that I'm not so into feeling like I need to have the best body and all these surgeries or anything of the sort, because I'm like, man, thank you God that I just wake up every day, that I have 2 legs that can walk me to this church, that I have my limbs, that I have this ability. And if my stomach isn't perfectly flat, if my arms aren't perfectly slender, like, I don't know, it's just not bugging me the same way that I felt like it would with the sleeve. I feel like I just don't have the same vanity. And it's not to say that if you are somebody who like wants all that done that you're vain, but I'm just saying for me personally, all of that outward appearance is just not, it's not my goal. And I know there's irony in that, like as I'm doing my makeup, that I'm talking about appearance not being the goal, but I'm hoping some of y'all out there will understand what I'm talking about. On makeup is not the same as going under the knife and putting some of those risks and things for the achievement of like perfection. It's like, for what? I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm like, you know, my husband still loves me. My kids still love me. I love me. Like, what am I doing it for? I think that's what it is. It's like, what would I be doing this for? Is it medically necessary, or is it just because, you know, that's what society would want me to do? But I also just want to talk a little bit about mental health, and kind of closing this out is something that has also been kind of strange, but going on with this is, I think, my hormones and stuff, and I can't wait to go and see what happens with my blood stuff. I've been taking, you know, my vitamins and things, but I feel like I'm really struggling with my anxiety and depression a little bit, and like I can't control it. Like I feel like it's especially close to when I'm having my menstrual cycles. Like I just feel like when I'm having them and stuff, my hormones just really have me off my rocker for a little bit. I think it's evident, and sometimes when you see, like I've been cleaning in our house, which has been really nice, and getting my mental health back, but when people are sitting here and being like, oh, clean your room or do this, like, you have no idea what people are going through. And to me, my house is an accurate reflection of my mind. So if you see my house a mess, probably more times than not, I feel a mess. You know, I see how people can be so cruel, and I talked about that in the last video, and you know, about just how people can just say the most wild things on the internet. But that's something that people have commented a lot, I've noticed lately, is just being like, oh, like clean your house, or make a clean video, or make a this, and it's just like, how about you show compassion? Like, instead of that, like when I see something, or if I see somebody's place really messy, my first indication is I'm like, are you okay? Because I know I'm not okay, and that's how my house is looking. And when my house is, like, when I'm feeling okay, my house is more put together. So it's just one of those, like, if we would show each other a little bit more grace and understanding versus just this judgment and just being so nasty would go such a long way. But I did want to talk about that, but as I'm coming out of it, because I knew being in it, I just felt like it wasn't the appropriate time to talk about it. I just want you guys also to know, if you have any sort of questions and stuff on anything, please comment it. Please, you can message me and then let me know if it's something that you don't want me to talk about, or if you do want me to talk about it. I won't have to say your name, but just if something that might be able to help other people, because I feel like I also just don't know what to talk about, because I'm just not the same way anymore. Yes, I am living in Wonderland. That's very exciting. I'm not gonna say my weight, and the reason is not because of any shame or anything. It's because I feel like too much we do a comparison game. Okay, well, where did you start at? What was your starting weight? Well, what is your weight at now? Well, what's your height? Well, where were you at by this time? And it makes you compare way too much, and then people will feel like they are failing if they're not at the same pace, and we are all different. You know, all of our journeys and stuff are different. I know I probably could be even smaller than I am right now if I acted like I did with the sleeve. And that's what I'm saying. If I was just sitting here probably just proteining shakes and not doing anything else and exercising like crazy and just obsessing, I'm sure it could be that the scale reads lower. But I've enjoyed going to this notion of just eating better food and eating real food. I don't fall into, I feel like there's sort of a hype of all of the, you must have sugar-free this, non-fat this, that I don't. I really think that life is more of a balance. Not to say that I won't do certain things sugar-free or maybe a low-carb option of something, but I've really been about doing just regular whole foods. My coffee right now, you guys, is a regular caramel macchiato, but instead of dousing it in a bunch of caramel sauce and a bunch of syrup, it's like one small pump of syrup, a little bit of caramel, and I am still losing and I'm just fine. What I've come to find, which I thought was really interesting, is after surgery, I'm very sensitive to like artificial. So all of the sugar-free stuff makes me sick. I can taste, like, it tastes disgusting to me. And then I was like, you know what would happen if I just started making a lot of my own foods from scratch? If I used actual cream, actual milk, actual butter, actual oils, when you know the ingredients that you're putting in your food, it is just amazing how I've been able to eat. I eat still obviously way smaller portions, amounts, but I've had good food, you guys, and have been losing, as y'all see. I'm not trying to say that I want everybody to just go around and just start going and eating a bunch of cheeseburgers and then just saying it's fine. It's not like that. It's just, I think we get caught up, especially I think a lot of bariatric people get caught up in trying to be the food police to other folks, saying this is what you can and can't have and all this kind of stuff. And I just want to say, I think just in general, going back to basics, like that's where I'm feeling healthier and stuff in my body, and even for my family, we're just eating real food. I'm going to conclude with that, get off here, because you can hear that my youngest is getting ready to cut up. I've only got a few more minutes before I need to head out, and I still don't even have my hair done. So I'm gonna enjoy this event with my fellow ladies and believers at the church, and I will see you guys in the next video.